वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतधि डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् हरिः ओं तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone back to our Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are discussing about how Bali Maharaj had surrendered the universe and subsequently Vamandev awarded him the residence in Sutalaloka. And we are in 23rd chapter where Lord Vamandeva, after instructing Shukracharya to fill for any uh, uh, to remediate for any discrepancies which might have happened in the sacrifice. Shukracharya replied that since you are present here and your holy name is chanted, there is no question of discrepancy. However, because of your order, we will definitely fill for any discrepancies in the yajna. And then Bali Maharaj enters Sutala planets along with Prahlad Maharaj and other family members. After that, Vamanadeva delivered the universe back to Indra, and then Kasyapa and Aditi, they actually praised Vamanadeva, and then other demigods, they made Vamanadeva as their Lord, Lord of the universe. This is the final section of this chapter. Lord Vamanadeva delivers back the universe to Indra. And then the demigods regain their heavenly planets. So the last verse which we discussed on Friday was Kasyapa Aditehi Prityai Sarvabhuta Bhavaya Cha Lokanam Lokapalanam Akarod Vamanam Patim. Kasyapa Aditehi Prityai, for the pleasure of Kasyapa and Aditi. Sarvabhuta Bhavaya Cha, and also for the auspiciousness of all the living beings, and also for the Lokanam Lokapalanam. So, for the auspiciousness of all the planets and their controllers. Akarod Vamanam Patim. So they made Vamanadeva as the protector, the in charge of everyone, the chief of everyone. So we discussed that how by making the Lord as our protector or our chief, it is for our bhava, it is for our good fortune, it is for our pleasure. So when we decorate the Lord, when we serve the Lord, when we glorify the Lord, so it is actually for our benefit. It is not for the Lord's benefit solely. Why? Lord is the protector of everyone, even if you, Lord is the Lord of the universe, even if we don't agree. He is the Supreme Brahman. He is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara. And he is the Bhokta for all the yajnas. In any condition, either we accept or not, he is going to be the chief. So what benefit we get by offering our contributions is we will get his attention, we will get his mercy, and when we get his mercy, when we receive his favor, and nothing else can actually harm or deter us in any regard in our attempts to be happy in this universe. So that's the point. Vedanam sarva vedanam dharmasya yashah sriha mangalanam ratanam cha kalpam sargapavargayoho. Vedanam sarva devanam. Vedanam means of all the Vedas. Sarva devanam means for all the demigods. Dharmasya yashasah sriya. Dharma of all the principles of religion. Yashasah for the fame, and Shriya for the good fortune, for all opulences. Mangalana for all opulences, and Vratana for all the vows. Kalpam sargapavargayoho. Kalpam means the most expert, and Sarga apavargayoho. Sarga means heavenly enjoyment, and apavargayoho is liberation. Sarga apavargayoho. Upendram kalpayam chakre. Upendram. Upendra is Vamanadeva. Upaindra. Upendram kalpayam chakre. They made it the plan. Kalpayamasa means they did this. They thought of this plan. Chakre. Chakre means they made. Tada sarvani bhutani. Also, at that time, for all the living entities, Brisham. Brisham means very much mumudire, became happy, Rupa. Okay. So, when Vamanadeva was made the protector, so Indra, who was otherwise the king of all the universe, who actually regained this kingdom, more than when became King Indra regained the kingdom, the demigods and other living beings headed by Brahma, they became happy when Vamanadeva was made the protector of the universe. So Indra is considered to be the king of the universe, but demigods headed by Lord Brahma wanted Upendra, Vamanadeva, as the protector of the Vedas. Of Vedas and also the Dharma and also Yashasha and Sriya, opulences, Mangalanam, auspiciousness, and Ratanam, vows, and Swarga apavargayo, elevation to the higher planetary systems and the liberation. So, in essence, they are saying they accepted Upendra as the supreme master of everything. And this decision has made all the living entities extremely happy. So, as we discussed, when we water the root of the tree, when we offer food for the stomach, yatha taror moola nishachanena trupyanti tat skanda bhujopachakaha pranapaharacha yadarhanam cha tathaiva sarvarhanam achyutecha pranapaharacha tathindriyani tathaiva sarvarhanam achyutecha. So, when the root of the tree is watered, the leaves, branches, the trunk, everything will get nourishment. When the food is offered to the belly, all the organs of the body will automatically get nourished. Similarly, if we worship Achyuta, then all the living beings will get nourished, worshipped. So that is the understanding. So when Vamana Deva, the supreme master of everything, is worshipped, everyone and everyone has become happy because he is the root cause of everything, and he actually is the protector of everything. That's the understanding. ततस्त्विन्द्र पुरस्कृत्य देवयानेन वामनं लोकपालय दिवं निन्ये ब्रह्मणा च अनुमोदित. इंद्रः पुरस्कृत्य इंद्रः पुरस्कृत्य देवयानेन वामनं ततः. So thereafter what they did, देवयानेन वामनं इंद्रः पुरस्कृत्य. So they kept thereafter, along with all the leaders of the heavenly planets, Indra, the king of heaven, placed Vamanadeva before him, and with the approval of Lord Brahma, brought him to the heavenly planet in a celestial airplane. Brahmana cha anumoditaha lokapale divam ninye. So, Devayana here is referring to a heavenly airplane. Puraskritya is referring to keeping forward. So they kept Vamandev forward. They made him sit in an airplane, and then they brought him to the heavenly planets. Prapya Tribhuvanam Chendra Upendra Bhujapalitaha Sriya Paramaya Justo Mude Gatasadhasa. So having obtained the three planetary systems back, Prapya Tribhuvanam Cha Indra. Who got it? Indra. Upendra Bhujapalitaha. Now, who is ruling now? Who is protecting? Upendra. He is protecting Upendra. Vamanadeva is protecting Indra by his arms. Upendra Bhujapalitaha. Sriya Paramaya Justo. Shriya by opulence, and Paramaya means by supreme Justaha, being served. Mumude, he became happy. Gata Sadhasaha. Gata means gone. And what is gone? Sa Adhasaha. Sadhasaha. Sadhasaha means the fear has gone. So Indra was fearing that he may or may not regain his kingdom. He might have to stay like that for eternity as long as Bali Maharaj is ruling. So that fear of that suffering has gone now. So King Indra, being protected by the arms of Vamanadeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thus regained the rule of the three worlds, Tribhuvan, and was reinstated in his own position, supreme, opulent, fearless, and fully satisfied. Brahma sarva kumarasya Urvatya manayo nrupa Pitara sarva bhutani siddha vaimanikaschaye. So, how are the other people responding? They are celebrating. Brahma, Lord Brahma. Sharva means Lord Shiva. Kumara means Kumara Swami or Kartikeya. Bhrugu, Bhrugu Muni. Adaya, other saintly persons headed by Bhrugu. Munaya, Drupa, and also there were other sages there. Pitaraha, the Pitris, Sarva Bhutani, all living entities, including Siddha, the Siddhas, and the inhabitants of Siddhaloka, Vaimanika, and there are other living entities who travel in outer space by air. That description we will hear in 5th canto. Sumahat karma tad Vishnur gayantaha. So they all sang gayantaha. What is that? Parama adbhutam sumahat karma of tad Vishnu. So they glorified they sang the uncommon, activities. Sumahat, and actually Mahat means great, and Sumahat means very highly great or highly praiseworthy. And what is it highly praiseworthy? The karma, the activities of Lord Vishnu. So they sang about that. So, and Parama Adbhutam. So, that those activities are not only Adbhuta, but the Parama Adbhuta. So, the Lord is called Urukrama. His activities are all wonderful. So, here, his activities of actually saving Indra and also saving Bali. In this world, we actually see that if one person is getting benefited, the other person is lost. But in this episode, we see that Lord actually glorified Bali Maharaja. He gave him a position which he aspired for. And at the same time, he also reinstated the Indra again in his position, and also fulfilled the wishes of his pure devotees like Kasyapa and Aditi in the meanwhile, while doing so. So his simultaneously he does so many activities. That's why his actions are all wonderful here. So therefore all the great personalities, they are glorifying the uncommon activities of the Supreme Lord. And Dhishnyanti Swani Te Jagmur. Dhishnyanti means Dhishnyani. Yana means going. Dhishnyani. So they have gone to their respective planets. Swani means their own planets. Te Jagmuhu. They departed. Aditim cha Shyamsundar. So while going, what they are doing? Shyamsundar. So praising. Now here we see two words of praise. Gayantaha means also praising. Shyamsundar is also praising. Now the Falasruti is starting for this episode. सर्वमेतन्मया ख्यातं भवतः खलु नन्दन उरुक्रमस्य चरितं श्रोत्रीणाम् अघमोचनम्. So Urukramasya charitam shrotrinam agamochanam. So this the story, the narration of Urukrama, Lord Vamanadeva, is relieving the sins of all the hearers. Shrotrinam agamochanam. And Sarvam etat maya khyatam. So this has been described by me everything of his is described by me, Bhavataha to you, O Kulanandana, who are the pleasure of your dynasty. Param Mahimna Urvikramanta, Mato Grunano Mahimna Urvikramato Grunano Yapratyaparthiva. Param Mahimna Urvikramato Grunano Yaparthivani Vimamesa Rajamsi Martyaha Kim Jayamana Utajata Upaiti Martya Ityaha Mantra Trigrishihi Purushasya Yasya Param Mahimna Uru Vikramato Grunano. Param means to cross over or to measure. Mahimna means glorious. Mahimna Uru Vikramato. Vikrama means steps. Uru Vikrama means great steps. Or also Vikrama also can be called as activities. Uru Vikramato, great activities. Grunano means count. Yah Parthivani Vimame. Parthivani means Parthiva means earth. Vimame count. Sa Rajamsi Martyaha. Sa Rajamsi, Raja Amsi. Raja means dirt. Parthiva means earth. Vimami means to count. For a human being, Martyaha, to count the or to reach the end of the glories of the Supreme Lord, to count them is like counting the particles of sand on the earth. So can anyone count the particles of sand on the earth? Kim Jayamana Utajata Upaiti Martya. So, what then to speak of those people who have, those mortal beings who have taken birth on this earth? Iti aha mantrasya drigrishihi purushasya yasya. So, it is as if this this has been Kim Jayamana Utajata Upaiti Martyaha. So, Jayamana means one who has, one who will take birth in the future. And Jataha, one who is already born. Upaiti means can do. Martyaha, a person subject to death. Mantra druk. Iti aha means they said like this. Mantra druk, who could foresee the Vedic mantras. Rishihi, the great sages, saintly person. Purushasya, of the supreme person. Yasya, of whom. In effect, they are saying one who has already taken birth or one who is going to take birth. They will never be able to count the uncommon activities or reach the end of the uncommon activities of the Supreme Lord. It is impossible. So, the rishis and the great saintly person, they are coming to this conclusion. So, one who is subject to death, cannot measure the glories of the Supreme Lord Trivikrama, Lord Vishnu, any more than he can count the particles of dust in the earth. So there is a similar verse in the uh, uh, other episodes of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhupamsaha khe mihikaha dvibhasaha. So to actually glorify the Lord's uncommon activities is like counting the pebbles on the shore of the ocean. Bhupamsaha khe mihikaha. So to count the particles of snow in the sky, dvibhasaha, to actually count the particles in the sun rays, or to count the molecules in the sun. So, which is otherwise impossible. So, it is like that. So, Prabhupada is saying that no one can estimate the extent of the uncommon glorious activities of Vishnu. So, nowadays, unfortunately, there will be scientists who are trying to understand the wonderful actions of the cosmos. They say that we have gone there, we have come here, we have gone here, we gone to the Chandra, we gone to the Mars, we gone to Jupiter. All these expeditions they keep doing, and then when they are successful, they say that, oh, we are going to become the controllers now. We can explore the untouched virgin areas, and then we can bring back everything for our enjoyment here. But from the Lord's point of view, and from the great saintly person's point of view, who actually know the things how they are made of, it is like a childish and foolish attempt. It can never be possible. We can never become the Lord of everything we survey. The Lord of everything is the Supreme Lord, and we have to accept His authority. So, artificially trying to become controllers of what we survey, it is a childish and foolish attempt at the most. So, the Lord is saying that whatever opulence you see on this in the creation, it is nothing but one tiny fragment of His splendor. Saying, Vishtabhyaham idam krishnam eka amshena sthito jagat. Eka amshena Vishtabhyaham. I pervade everything in this universe by one fragment of my energy. I do not have to utilize my total energy. Only one fragment of my energy is sufficient to create this glorious, wonderful, splendorous cosmos universe, which we are not able to figure out for thousands and thousands of years. It is impossible otherwise. Even if we try artificially say that we have conquered everything, there is the laws of nature which are actually acting above us, for which we will never be able to withstand the force for. Now, we cannot stop the natural disturbances like tsunami, tornadoes. We can at the most indicate that they are coming. And then we can make an attempt to say ourselves, can we control the tornado? Can we control the rain? Can we control the tsunami? Can we control the earthquake? Can we control fire? Every element of this universe, the basic gross element of this universe can exhibit its supreme control over this universe when it is shown in its full capacity. When the fire comes, everyone has no course other than to run away. It will consume everything. Within seconds, everything can burn down to ashes. Water can inundate anything within a moment. The air can uproot the biggest skyscrapers and smash it in no time. Hmm? And the earth can crack at any moment, and whatever we have built for thousands and thousands of years can go into the earth in a moment. Hmm. Hmm. So the earth, water, fire, air, and the ether. So the ether can break, the sky can break. We have not seen that if the sky is not protecting us overhead from the UV rays and from the sun and all, we can do nothing about it. If the elements start opposing us, if the energy of the Lord start opposing us, we cannot do anything. So it is actually childish and foolish to say that we are actually manipulating the elements and we are actually able to control them. It is as if the children are being allowed to play on the sand on the beach for some time and build their sand castles. So it is only time that it will be taken away by the wave or it will be destructed in no time by any other means. So let us not be proud of the sand castles which we built, uh, which can be destroyed at any time. And it is not going to fetch us enjoyment any more than a momentous enjoyment for the play sake. The children build sand castles on the sand, but can they stay forever in that castle? They cannot. When they feel hungry, whom do they have to get food from? From their parents. So the actual nourishment happens from the parents. So we have to fall back to the Supreme Lord, who is the master and controller of everything. We can do our entertainment here for some time as long as the parents allow, as long as the Supreme Lord allows. When the parents say to the children, come on, we'll have to move, it's already sunset, then the children has no choice but to go. If we stay there, who will feed us? If the rain comes, where will we go and stay? So similarly, if the Supreme Lord doesn't offer protection for us, where will we go? It is impossible. So it is foolish to think that ourselves to be the master and controller of what we serve, which the modern scientific theories are offering us. It may be exciting, but it is momentous. It is temporary. It is not going to be fetching any tangible results when compared to the eternity, when compared to the actual span of Jiva's existence in this universe. One may say that, okay, I have lived my life with comforts in this life. What to speak of the next? You are an eternal living being. So what are you doing here to deliver yourself from the clutches of material existence? So there is enough evidence at every moment of our life to accept that we are helpless and accept that we are limited to take shelter of the Supreme Lord and to the process of devotional service. But if we are adamant enough that we will not want to take that shelter, then what can the Lord do? Yaidam deva devasya hareradbhutakarmana avatarani charitam shrunvan yati paramgatim. So, idam deva devasya harer adbhutakarmana avatara anucharitam shrunvan yati paramgatim. If one hears about the uncommon activities, adbhuta karmanaha of Hare, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, avatara anucharitam, in his various incarnations, uh, of the Deva Deva, who is the Supreme Personality of God, God of all gods. He is certainly elevated to higher planetary systems. Yati Parangatim, or even brought home back to God. Parangatim. Kriyamane karmanidam क्रियमाणे कर्मणीदं दैवे पित्र्येथ मानुषे यत्र यत्रानुकीर्त्येत तत्तेषां सुकृतं विदुः. So when the activities of Vamanadeva are described in the course of a ritualistic ceremony, karma, kriyamane karmani means when doing rituals. Idam, the description of Vamanadeva, Daive Pitriye, Atha Manushe, Daive to please the demigods or to the Pitris, forefathers, like we do, like people do in the Shraddha ceremony, Atha Manushe, for the pleasure of human beings, Yatra Yatra Anukirtyata. So wherever, in whatever place, the glorification of the Lord Vamanadeva is sung, tat tesham sukrutam viduhu. So that activity will become extremely auspicious. Viduhu. This one should understand. So one should understand that the glorification of the uncommon activities of the Supreme Lord in any thing we take up, one can take up, either it be karma kanda, sacrifice, or it can be pleasing forefathers in the Shraddha ceremony, or to please the living beings in general. The supremest thing is to actually glorify the Supreme Lord. Sankirtana, by the chanting of the holy names of the Supreme Lord. So in all these ceremonies, large amounts of money are spent for various activities. But here it is suggested Anukirtyata. So Anukirtyata, if the Lord is glorified in that, then actually the Sukrutam, that will become auspicious. Otherwise, they remain just expenditure and partially or incomplete. That's the understanding. Harihi Om Tat Sat. So we have completed this chapter, and then we will take up the next chapter tomorrow. It is about the Matsya Avatar, the fish incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Indra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.